Okay, next tool that I will introduce you to is called Supabase. Now, you don't have to use this tool. This is kind of like an alternative to Airtable. If you remember that I mentioned, the Airtable has a limit of 50,000 records. After that, it kind of becomes, well, you can't go past the 50,000 record limit. So if you were looking at processing data on like a larger scale, this is basically what I would be, it's what I would use. And it's what I do use. So this is an actual database. This is like a Postgres database. So it can be used at like a commercial scale. It can handle millions of records without any issue. I still quite like the interface. Like I'm someone who's kind of a little bit fussy, let's say. I like working with tools that are pleasing to use, let's say, where like the user experience is nice. The interface is nice and I like enjoy working with it and it's very flexible. So that is one thing that I do like about this tool. Is also, I believe it's actually free. Yeah. They have a free plan which will give you 500 megabytes of database storage. So and up to 50,000 monthly active users. So it's relatively generous. 500 megabytes of raw data in text format is actually quite a lot of records. And then if you do need to upgrade, it's like $25 per month, which is still very, very small. And again, they have like the filtering options as well, similar to Airtable. Where we can build out filters here. We can also kind of save views and so on. So if I did need to take it a step up from Airtable and move into like a more commercial style database, this would kind of be what I go to. So depending on your use case, if you do encounter Airtable's 50K record limit, which again, it won't happen too often unless you're working with huge amounts of data. But for example, if I was to build out an Instagram targeting system and use it like huge volumes of data, this would be the tool that I would go for. For anyone who like, if anyone's familiar with code, like you can also run functions. For example, you can trigger functions. Let's say when like a new record is added into a database, you could choose to run a specific function. And you can also build out webhooks. Yeah, here we go. Functions are stored here, so we can write out functions that you want, how you want to process a specific amount of a specific piece of data. We could also create various triggers, like for example, when a new record is inserted, we want to ping Airtable to go ahead and process, or we want to ping Integromat to go ahead and process and do something to this data. So yeah, this should be the tool. But again, the negatives of this are that it's not, it requires a kind of more time to set up. You also need to handle your own security and everything. It's not going to have the record revision history or anything like that. You're going to have to set up backups here. And for that, they charge for the pro plan. But yeah, this is more, if you were looking at working with large amounts of data that Airtable cannot handle, this would be the tool that you